Well, okay, now let's fast forward to today. We're here, and you have the money school, right? Teaching the laws of wealthy. I can't wait. I very confident that what I'm about to hear has a lot to do with what I've been trying to preach for the last few years. So I just can't wait for this, okay? So, okay, talk me through it, right? The money school, what you've got going here. What are the secrets of wealthy? Break it down for us.
All right, so really it goes back to, if you've ever read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, it lays a lot of the foundations of it was the principles or the rules of gold, I think is what they call it. So I've taken that book and I've read it probably 20 times. And I've read lots of other books and I've developed the 6 laws of wealth. They're very simple, so let me just rattle them off for your audience. The first law of wealth is this is the single most important one. My mom taught me this. You got to save 10% of the money you earn. Whatever your gross income is, save it. The way I'm teaching my daughter is I'm going to teach her that by every $10 she gets, I don't care if it's an allowance, however she gets it, she must keep $1. She's got to learn to pay herself first. Remember I said I stopped paying myself in the business because I had bills to pay? That's wrong. We're cheating ourselves. First law of wealth, save 1/10 of the money you earn. Second law of wealth only comes when you master the first law. Your money has to work for you. There's 24 hours in the day. We can only trade so many of them for money, right? And that's what we've been taught to do. Society will teach you hustle, work, trade hours for dollars. Your hours are priceless. You can make more dollars, but you can't make more time.
Amen.
So why do we learn that? We got to change it. The wealthy don't do that. The wealthy make money work for them, and so do you. And all the people we surround ourselves, they know how to make money work for them. So the second law of wealth: learn how to make your money go out and work for you, because your money doesn't have limits like we do. Third law of wealth: the most violated law right now is protect your wealth. I always joke around, Ricky Bobby and Talladega Nights. Like, you're a car guy. His father, when he got kicked out of the school, looks back at him and he says, son, just remember this. If you're not first, you're last.
You're last.
Well, I'm a big private lender and I'm always first, man. But protect your wealth. Don't invest in things you don't know, like, and understand. And never invest your money with somebody that doesn't have knowledge through time, wisdom, and failure. I see this. There's gurus all over social media. I'm an expert. I made all this money. You've never failed. Why would I ever trust what you say? You don't even know the other side, but you're going to learn. Well, a lot of those crypto guys did learn pretty good lessons. But so that's the third law of wealth. Protect your wealth by investing in things you know, like, and understand. The fourth: never, ever, ever seek unrealistic returns or your money will flee you. You got to be realistic. You can't be greedy, because if you're greedy, money will flee. And I've had that happen a lot of times. So that's the fourth law. The fifth is not about money. It's about the most important thing. We have to live a life where we solve other people's problems. Everything we do when we come to work, we should be focused on what problem am I solving for someone else. There's not a company in the world that doesn't do just that. They solve problems for people, and they find bigger problems or more of them to solve. So that's what we need to do. We need to give unconditionally by solving other people's problems. The sixth law of wealth goes back to the one thing that we all need to focus on every day, and that's legacy. But a lot of people have confused legacy. I think society's taught us legacy is about the things we leave. Oh, the car, the money, the house, the things we leave as a legacy. No, it's about the things you did to change people's lives. Because when everybody's sitting around that casket that really is nothing more than a corpus of your body, you're off in heaven.
That's right.
When you are sitting there or you're in heaven looking down, what are those people saying about you? What do they remember? I guarantee you it's not the Lambo. I guarantee you it's not the money in the bank. It's not the fancy houses. It's the way you treated other people and what you did for them. Those are the 6 laws of wealth. And I am instilling those laws in a very different way in my daughter. My daughter is never going to know anything but those 6 laws. Mark my word, that will be my single greatest legacy I leave.
Those are good. I like those. Number one of those, so I say this all the time. When I teach sales, my number one thing I tell everyone in sales is say, throw out your fucking scripts and learn how to solve problems.
Dude, that's all you need.
That's all business is. All business is learning how to solve problems in the world. And I say, this is what I say. I tell people, I say, the world will pay you exactly what it thinks you're worth. And the amount of problems that you can solve was directly correlated to how valuable you are to the world, right? They don't care about your desires and hopes and dreams. They care about how can you help my problems. Maybe that's a selfish mindset for them, but that's too fucking bad, because that's how the world works, right?
I love it, man.
Can you solve their problems? If you can, they will pay you for it. Matter of fact, people don't really care about money. They care about what money can do for you.
Absolutely.
And if they can solve their problems, then they're very willing to spend that money. As a matter of fact, if people want to appear more wealthy, they are much more willing to spend $3,000 on a fucking bag at Louis Vuitton, because that solves that problem for them. You imagine trying to go to somebody and convince them to buy a purse for $3,000 just based on, you know, the parts of the bag. It ain't gonna happen. It's just the fucking logo that provides that value. That's all that matters, right? So what you just said is it's exactly it. If your business isn't solving problems, you don't got a business.
That's right.
Right? You don't got a business. And honestly, business is a game of people. You know, that's all it is. It's other people's money. I don't have a business if I just stand here. I have a business if I have other people paying me with their money. So that means the business I'm in is you and me, is me and him. It's people. So if I ain't good with people and I ain't good at working with them, I suck.
That's right.
Right? You know, you get into all the, and I've fell into this trap many times of like the funnels and the copy and the scripts and this and all the details and the marketing strategy. And, you know, I've got so caught up in that before where it's like, well, fuck, you know, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not that important if you really take a perspective. Just, are you providing value?
That's it. Cost is only an issue in the absence of value. Dude,
Amen.
I learned that a long time ago,
Yeah.
and I argue that every day because of what I do with teaching people how to be their own bank. And, you know, it's interesting, like, when you talk about solving a problem, like, think through your life and your audience. Like, everybody that's watching this, I want you to think about the one time in your life when you focused on your problems. You know, boo-hoo this, oh my God, that, I don't
Every
have this
day.
car, I can't pay my bills, this, your problems. You start projecting that. What happened next? I can tell you exactly what happened. You failed. You got harder times. Things got worse, didn't they? They didn't get better. It's because you were solving the wrong problem. You were trying to solve your own problem, and you go out and you make bad decisions. You focus on all the wrong things with what you're doing. But then if you just flip the switch and you say, oh, you know what? My problems are my problems.
Yeah.
They'll get solved in time. Let me solve your problem. And then you focus solely on that. All your heart, all your passion has to go into that. Like, you talk about social media. Like, you know this. Like, we can spend all this time calculating and building the best funnel with the best product. But you know what? It's always the video that you think is going to do the worst. That's authentic. That's just you there just pouring your heart out and telling people how you really care about them.
Amen.
That one goes viral. And you spent no money on it. You just sat
Amen.
there in front of your phone and you said, hey, man, this is how it is, and this is what I'm doing.